Howdy, folks. How are you this morning? It is me. Look, there you go. I was in disguise. So today we got a Hoover Dam cap on, and let's see now. I gave you a hint yesterday about this song. I'm just getting up to it here now, and oh yes, the clue was like Fandango. Have you got it yet? We skipped the light Fandango, turned cartwheels across the floor. I was feeling kind of seasick when the crowd called out for more. It has to be Whiter Shade of Pale, Procol Harum. So here we go. Procol Harum are an English progressive rock band. Interesting nerd fact. Progressive rock band is a terminology often bandied around, but what does it actually mean? Well, from what I understand, progressive rock, sometimes shortened to prog rock, is music that does not conform to the usual standards. It grew out of the psychedelic era when bands abandoned the pop style 6-line verse, 4-line chorus in favour of instrumentation and compositional writing. It's sometimes called art rock or symphonic rock. Now, isn't that just as clear as your front windows? Back to my story. Procol Harum. They were a regeneration of a band called the Paramounts. You might remember their one only hit, Poison Ivy. At Olympic Studios in southwest London, the band recorded A Whiter Shade of Pale. It was released on the 12th of May 1967. The more interesting facts about the song are based around the words, which I will get to in a moment. But first I want to talk about the melody. It uses a Baroque structured counter melody based on Johann Sebastian Bach's Orchestral Suite No. 3. I think most of you will know it better as the music from the Hamlet cigar advert. You know, that dum 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 dum. Oh, you know what I mean anyway. Anyway, another interesting nerd fact. The advert ran from 1966 to 1991. When in 1991 all forms of tobacco adverts were banned on UK television. The advert characters were changed every time, 1 or 2 years anyway, but had the same premise, showing a man who got himself into an awkward, embarrassing situation. He then used to light his cigar, smile, and all his woes would disappear. Whiter Shade of Pale has been analysed, dissected and scrutinised for its meaning as if it were Egyptian hieroglyphics. One can look for deep meaning in the song which is just not there, and this is one of these songs. Gary Brooker and the other members of the band have given multiple versions of what the song is about. I spent a long time researching this one and I think I've got it fairly right. Keith Reid, he was one of those people on hearing something of interest, he would write it down with the intent of using it maybe at some time in the future. This was exactly how the title came into being. Whilst in a nightclub one night, he overheard a man drunkenly, not sure whether that's a real word, telling his buddy about the girl he met the previous night. He used the power of word to try and form a mental picture in his friend's mind of her pure beauty. But it was one short description that caught Brooker's attention. As the drunk went in to explain, her skin was so smooth, it was like a whiter shade of pale. Some say the reference to the Miller's Tale is a reference to Chaucer, but Reid admits he never read Chaucer. The record would appear to be the hoariest of situations. A bloke out on a date, alcohol to give him a bit of nerve, done that. Make the first move. I mean, let's be honest, who hasn't been there? The song gives us characters, a location and a journey. At the end of the journey is the sexual act. Reid admits smoking, some special smokes at the time, like when he wrote it. And in his mind it was simply boy meets girl, boy falls in love with girl, boy commits, girl leaves boy, and he crashes and burns. Only the first 2 verses made it to the record. as this took it to the length of over 4 minutes. In concert, the band would regularly play the third verse, but they very, very rarely played all 4 verses, which takes it up to a song that actually would last 9 minutes. Let us just accept that the song was written in a time when psychedelic drugs of the 60s was the norm in the music scene. I really don't believe either Reed or Brooker can give us a definitive meaning to the song. I mean, let's not forget, this was the same year Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds was released. Okay, so I think that song for me is another 10 out of 10. I mean, you can't go any less than that. You give it your rating. I'll see you tomorrow, folks. Stay well. Take care. Bye-bye.